Yo, shalom, shalom, Israel. Good evening, good evening. Happy new moon. Happy new moon to the 12 tribes. Hey, we're here tonight with you, Brother Rick. This is Brother Quell. And we are going to break down, does God show favoritism? People's favorite question or their favorite comments are people that have a lot of us have a misconstrued idea of who God is or what God is like. We have a because our perception was altered by the people that taught us. So a lot of times, what your reality is going to be what was first formed in your mind. So now we're going to have to do this right here. Well, matter of fact, before we get to it, let's go to Matthew. Where are you? Matthew 26. Yeah, let's go Matthew 26 and 6. And matter of fact, yeah, go ahead. We'll go Matthew 26 and 6, and we're gonna start it off. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get some. Hey, by the way, I see you, Kenny. Hey, shalom, man. Good afternoon or good evening. Good evening. Happy new moon to you. Same brother Stephen. Happy new moon to you. Happy new moon. I pray I was going well with you. I see you, Dane. Oh yeah, he lives will return. Hey, happy new moon. Good evening. That's my king in the background. What's going on? Yes, that's your king. All praises. Yes, that's your king. Yes, it is. Is this your king? Yes, it is. Yes, except it ain't T'Challa. It's to Jesus. But hey, like I said, let's have a good one. And yeah, we're gonna get it started. Hey, shalom, hockey puck. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Nicole is cooking. Hey, yeah, we about to be cooking tonight. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, my wife already in there cooking. We get the new moon meal prepped, and yeah, we about to have a good time. So yeah, let's get it. Hey, yep, happy new moon to you too, brother Kenny. Um, Shalom, Sister Terry. I see you. Shalom, shalom. Peace be with y'all. All right, let's get it. Matthew chapter 26, verse 6, and we are gonna get it underway.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 6. Now, when Jesus was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there also that this woman hath done, I was say sister, be told for a memorial of her.
So remember, yes, we always remember whenever we bring out the true gospel of Jesus Christ, we remember what was most important, who you serving, what is your agenda. You know what I'm saying? Your agenda should be first on serving the Lord and his son Jesus Christ, following them. Okay. Not any other thing that may be for your lust. That's why he has to tell them, hey, you got the poor always with you. You always supposed to keep that law anyway, but I'm not gonna be here. So if you're really about the poor, you're gonna keep following that anyway. But he was exposing also that true covetous nature. Because you go into John 12 and you're going to see it exposed that Judas really wasn't about helping the poor.
Yeah.
But like I say, we ain't getting into that today. But point is, I always remember to pay homage to the sister that knew the mission, that was focused on the mission. Because as Israel, I was on the sidebar real quick. Israel, we get off the mission all the time. That's why you see a bunch of brothers having measuring contests, and y'all know what I'm talking about. They're having measuring contests with other brothers, arguing unprofitable stuff that does not really matter. That's why you see, man, the 12 tribes chart is wrong. Negro, who cares? You said the wrong name. It's Yeshaya, or it's Yahusha, or it's Juba Buju. Like, bruh, stop. Does it really matter? Like, the stuff you're arguing, for one, you argue stuff that you can't even pull a scripture on. Like, it don't even say that. You know what I'm saying? Two, it's not that big a deal. What matters is Ecclesiastes 12. Keep the law and the faith of Jesus Christ. I mean, keep the laws, because it's the whole duty of man. And Revelation 14:12, obey God and have faith in Jesus Christ. So I don't want anybody to say I'm adding to the word. So I'm gonna go ahead, in case you want to do that, let me go ahead and shut that foolishness down. Let's start off with Deuteronomy chapter 33. I think that's what I want. Deuteronomy 33:29. Because as I said, whatever we was taught is what we're gonna believe a lot of times. So one thing we want to do this because we was taught by the people that enslaved us. People that enslaved us per Deuteronomy 28:68, the people that are oppressing us still to this day, God says there are enemies. Okay. So if God says there are enemies, understand this. Guy, go ahead, read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 29. Goodness gracious. Happy art thou, O Israel.
Hey, first thing, you know you are happy. Hey, when I first found out I was Israel, I was happy as I'm like, I'm God's people. Like, I know who I am now, like the whole time. And then it's like, not only know who I am, I'm these people. Really?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, that's how you know people the devil. And I'm sorry to say that, but people, that's how you know they wicked as hell. When how do you hear that we are the people in the Bible and that does not send you through the roof with excitement? Like, how can you not be that? Because you don't want to be tied into that. You don't want to identify with God. You want to identify with something else. That's why you hear everybody talk about all this black power, great blackness. Then you show them the Bible is black people, and that God says God talks about how special we are. And then you know what these people say? No, everybody's equal. Even though their whole life though, they've been living like they better than everybody else though. They've been acting like it. You know what I'm saying? They'll even say, yeah, black don't crack. Black is this. Black girl magic. Black excellence from the men. Like, you talking all this blackity black. But then when you show that the Bible is about black, you don't have nothing to do with that. Happy art thou, O Israel. Happy art thou. Happy are you that you are the children of Israel. Read.
Who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord?
See, who's like us? Who compares? Come on.
The shield of thy help.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the sword of thy excellency?
Read.
And thine enemies.
And thy what?
And thine enemies.
Your friends.
Thine enemies.
The people that brought us into captivity and still are oppressing us to this day. Read.
And thine enemies shall be found liars.
They shall be found liars. We're going to find out that everything they told us was not the truth. And we are going to go into that today. Again, the question is, does God show partiality? Because we've been raised that God loves everybody and looks at everybody the same and they're all on the same level and all that stuff, right? Does God show any partiality? Our enemies are going to be found liars. One thing our enemy told us is that God loves all the while treating us like less than. How come John 3:16 wasn't applied? Because that's what they love to say. John 3:16, brother. How come John 3:16 wasn't applied when we was below the ship on deck, down there dying and peeing on ourselves? How come John 3:16 wasn't applied when Mary Turner was hung from the tree and they cut her stomach open? When a baby fell out, they stomped the baby to death. Where was John 3:16 at?
Exactly.
Where was God loves everybody? So God loves the person you stomping on, huh? But I gotta believe that you love God. I'm telling you, it's so just our enemies will be found liars.
So when they bombed our churches.
Yep. We went down there to Alabama, and I remember that's the first time and we went down there, and it's like, oh, this is where the girls were killed and blew up, and it's like, and just while I'm up there, I'm just like, how can people?
As a matter of fact, you got to see them collect the sand of hanging sites, right?
Yeah. See, so I'm saying, like, so it's like, come on, man. Look, somebody's answered, because men can be evil. No, men are evil. But what they do, they try to say that to kind of like try to be like, oh, it's only because men are evil, and it was just a bunch of evil men got together. But how come the people haven't made it right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If people are like, if I do you wrong, if I steal $1,000 from you, and then I keep living, and with that $1,000, I done made all these investments, and I became a billionaire, and then you still living check to check, struggling.
Yeah.
Can I say, oh yeah, that I was evil back then?
Yeah.
I'm still evil. I ain't made it right. I ain't said, you know what? I wouldn't even have this without you. Here, take half of this billion. At least half, really should be 60, 70%. But I done took it from you, and I didn't make it right. They ain't made it right. So again, when we talk about men, because men can be evil, no, it's because they still are evil. You know what I'm saying? So let's understand that. Which church owes the check? It ain't about the church that owes the check. It's not about the church that owes the check. We owe righteousness to God. That's what we owe. We owe God. People want to. That was on point of the church. The church been robbing us for years. The church. Everybody always points to the church. Now the church is wicked. I get that. I would never. But it goes back to what I was talking about with Judas, with the whole pouring the ointment on the body of the Messiah. People really wasn't worried about. They weren't worried about, like, what did he say? Helping the poor.
Yeah.
Oh, they robbing all the black people. The churches are stealing from us. The churches, it's religion doing this to us. Nah, it ain't religion. You just don't want no order. You just don't want to be told what to do. You don't like there being guidelines for your life. Don't blame the church. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they stealing all this money. No, you worried about the money. You covetous for real. You really ain't. Just like a bunch of the people that the congregation I was a part of years back. And they all left, and it was like they was all mad about they some extortioners, extortion, but they don't care about like people's spirits being broken, people falling out of truth. To hell with that money.
Yeah.
Now what matters is people being broken mentally and spiritually. That's what matters. We got our minds in the wrong spot. Hey, shalom. Show me love. I see you. Peace be with you, man. The topic is God. Does God show partiality? Does God show favoritism? That's the topic tonight. So yeah, man, we got to really think about this stuff. So our enemies shall be found liars unto thee. Go ahead, you can read the rest of it.
And thou shalt tread upon their high places.
Oh yeah, tread on their high places. Their places that they was in, it was their homes. It's gonna be our homes now. Just like when we took over the land of Canaan, the high places of Canaan, the Canaanites, the Hamites, what we say are Africans today, they was living in these great lands. When we came in there, killed them, or the ones that we didn't kill, put them in slavery. Guess what we did? We treaded on their high places. We was walking all up through there, having a good time. It was our homeland now. We was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna settle here. Imagine us going out to Beverly Hills and be like, all right, shoot, this is my house now. Yeah, we treading on their high places. Right now, we ain't gonna do that. You go out there right now and try that, you're gonna get shot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna tread on them high places. So main thing I want to touch on is our enemies shall be found liars. Back to the main part of the topic. Does God show favoritism? First, let's get in your minds that our enemies are liars. Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. Yes, hey, absolutely. Like Christina said, the trip was eye-opening, very eye-opening, seeing what was going on. And really, honestly, because for a while I kind of backed off of like finding out, seeing about us being oppressed, and kind of I don't watch videos of getting like how people getting shot in the streets, and I don't watch that stuff because it makes me too angry. And then that anger, not only am I angry at what's happening with us, because I'm not angry at the snakes for biting us. I'm angry at my people for still having us in captivity, because honestly, Israel, listen good. You are the reason we still here. It ain't the white man. It ain't the Arab man, the Chinese man. It's you, because you still ain't sealed the laws into your mind. You ain't did that. You don't want to keep the commandments. You still evil inside, and you still bring that evil fruit to the light. Most of y'all can't even get off of step one. You can't even get together with your brothers and sisters in fellowship because y'all got dumb, whack ass excuses why you don't do it. Everybody got these big, and it's mostly some old rebellious stuff. It always is, because people want to serve your own God. You want to do what you want to do, and that's why people, they find a place where they can do what they want. I'm telling you, you really see what people's on. So 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, our enemies have been found liars. Watch this.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
So we got to pull down strongholds. What's a stronghold? One stronghold is God is equal across the board, and everybody's the same in his eyes. That's a stronghold. Well, you know what we're going to do with that stronghold? Read.
Casting down imaginations.
We're going to cast that mess down. We're going to toss it down, burn it, all that stuff. Just like we did. See, here's how you know that this is talking about destroying idols. He said our weapons aren't carnal, meaning it's not physical. Back in the old days, what we did, if we found statues of Buddha, we found white Jesus, it said burn that stuff. It said cast it, it said break it down in pieces. So now we got to cast down imaginations a new way. He says, not physically, he says casting down imaginations, read.
And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God. So
it's whatever's against the knowledge of God, we bring it down, we destroy it. Now here's how we're gonna do it. Read.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Every thought. That's why when people talk about if we talk about people saying we're going to war, we're gonna be fighting, we're gonna be out here destroying stuff physically. No, we're not. It's mental. This battle's mental. Now we changing the minds of the people. That's what we're doing. We're no longer going to war, going to battle. We're changing the minds of the people so Christ can fight for us. If you believe in God, you believe in the Messiah, then you're gonna get that going. Okay. So right now we're gonna cast down imaginations. We're gonna cast down all the lies that we've been taught, all the misconceptions of us being partial and fair. And God, everything being equal, and God's not like that. We're gonna cast that down. But first, let's get under. I'm gonna show this real quick. Give me Genesis chapter 29. In fact, hold on. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to 30s. 37. No, let's say that. Jacob. Yep. Go to Genesis 37 and 1. Oh, I'm sorry. No, my bad. No, that's what I want. 3. Genesis 37:3. All right. Here's what I was looking for. My bad.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 37 and verse 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children.
Israel is Jacob. It says Jacob loved Joseph more than everybody else. So we see a righteous man. He loved someone more than everybody else. Read.
Because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors.
So now we see he gave him a gift, and he said he loved him more than everybody else. So right there, Joseph is partial. Not Joseph, Jacob. Jacob is partial. Israel has favoritism. Our namesake, the one we're literally called, showed favoritism. All right, now let's go to Romans chapter 2, verse 11. Yeah. Now here's what people do. Now here's what happens. Because, okay, yeah, that's man. Man's like that. All right, cool. You're right. Man's like that. You're right. But people don't realize man is in the image of God. But we get to that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2, and verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with God.
You see? So they'll be like, see, man's like that, but God is not a respecter of person. God loves everybody equally. That's interesting. If God loves everybody equally, now we got an answer for this really quick. Go to Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. And by the way, I see you, Sister Tanya. Hey, grace and peace. Good evening. Good evening. Happy new moon to you. Happy new moon. And by the way, I see you sharing, Sister Tanya. Hey, I love it. Hey, look, diligent, man. Diligent. Shout out to the sister, by the way.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, and verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect.
Israel, what?
Mine elect.
My elect. Something is elected, it's chosen. He says, Israel is elected by me, meaning there are people, there are different nations, and I selected them. See, Israel or Jacob had 12 sons. He elected Joseph. So it sounds like God has elected a nation of people. But hey, maybe I'm tripping because it said God's not a respecter of persons. And they love to use that because they see that, but they don't know what that means. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. But first, let's go this. It says he's not a respecter of persons. Give me Exodus chapter 2, verse 25. All right, think about that. Though man is in the image. Second commandment says God don't make any image. I don't know what you're commenting to say, but okay. Yeah, hey, Jacob I love, Esau if I hate it. Yeah, yep, that's a good, yep, exactly what it is.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, and verse 25. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them.
And God had what?
God had respect unto them.
He had respect unto them. Hold on, but if God's not a respecter of persons, how does God respect Israel? Give me 2 Kings 13:23. You know, like that God's not partial. God is fair and equal. He is fair, but it does not mean he's not partial. He does not mean he doesn't have favoritism. It doesn't mean that someone's not somebody that he likes more than the other.
Yeah, cool. 2 Kings 13:23.
Yep. Hey,
this is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 13, and verse 23. And the Lord was gracious unto them, and had compassion on them, and had respect unto them.
Hold on, you see that? He was gracious. He showed us mercy. He had compassion. He understood us, and he had respect unto us. He's a respecter of Israel. Let's see. So you'll read he's not a respecter of person. Then you read that. So now you gotta say, do I believe in the Bible? Because if you don't believe in the Bible, you're gonna say one means one thing, one means the other. It can't be true. They both go together. So now you got to figure out how. But first, let's continue to build the understanding that God actually does choose someone he respects, because you're going to now have to accept the fact that, oh, wait, maybe what I understood of it was not correct. But we'll get to that. And if you got anything on any scriptures on how, matter of fact, go ahead. Whatever you got on God choosing us, saying that God does love us. Hey, you get them. Go ahead, get them out.
I ain't talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You,
okay,
yep,
okay.
yep. You got them. And anybody else? You got any scriptures, babe? Feel free, bring them out because I got some, but I'm gonna hit that. Hey, by the way, brother David, shalom to you. Grace and peace. Good evening, bro. Good evening. I pray all's going well with you. Yeah, pray all's going well. Yeah. And what you mean second Ezra 6 that you want?
Nah, I wanted to piggyback off the Bible verse, that was talking about like happy are we.
Oh, okay. Baruch 4.
Yeah, but
Okay.
what was the one you pulled? What was that?
Deuteronomy 33,
okay.
29. Yep. Happy art thou, Israel.
Yeah, I was piggybacking off that. So yeah, Baruch 4 and 4.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so Baruch chapter 4, verse 4. All right, I'm gonna read it. You
Okay,
yeah. All right, so yeah, let's see how God feels. Baruch chapter 4, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us. You want to keep going? Keep going. Verse 5 too. Be of good cheer.
Yeah.
All right, verse 5. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
So, well, one thing, the memorial of people, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the remnant, because we know for a fact that not everybody's gonna make it, and that's actually showing respect unto his chosen, to his elect. Like for the ones who actually show respect unto him, that's actually showing the fear of the Lord, us showing our mutual respect for each other. And the word was given to us, and us only as a nation, and he's only dealing with this nation, and he's letting you know that all throughout the Bible, as he continues, like all throughout Isaiah, he's letting you know who his elect is, who his servant is, and how he's only, and we're not contradicting ourselves when we're saying that he doesn't respect persons, but he did choose a nation of people, and he said he didn't choose us because we was the greatest in number, but because we was the smallest, and we was the most beaten, most trodden down people, and he had compassion upon us. So
Yep. Hey, all praises. See, and that's what it was. He did that. He made sure that he was rocking with us all day. I'm gonna get a script. I see Sister Nicole just put one up. By the way, anybody that's on the YouTube as well.
I got one.
I'm gonna go to Isaiah 45:17. Oh, I mean, if you got one to go before that, let's get it. I'll go to that first.
I'm looking for the one where he was the only one that had respect unto our fathers.
Yeah, so I can't remember it. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head.
I got you. You can go ahead and get them.
All right, Isaiah 45:17. Hey, and by the way, I see you, Sister Yaliyah. Shalom. Good evening. Good evening. Grace and peace. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. Like I said, hopefully everybody got their, their new moon food, get the feast going, and let's enjoy. Let's, let's have a good time together. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. Again, does God have, because we just now seen at Baruch 4, he says, happy are you, Israel. And he says, my people have good cheer. He was letting us know. And then he also said, the memorial of Israel. He's talking, my people, he sees exclusive. It can't be partial. You can't have people if you ain't partial. It should be everybody's his people. You should never have to say my people, because that means everybody's his people. and if you read on to verse 6, he says, you were sold to the nations. How can you be sold to anybody if everybody's the same? Can't be sold to nobody. If he loves everybody, that means everybody should have been sold. Everybody should have been sold to the aliens in Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? We should all be on spaceships sitting there. The Lord shall send you into Jupiter on ships. All the people of the world. Come on. Like, obviously there's some partiality there. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be. So let's stop being, sometimes we just be silly, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. All right. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. No, if you want to break it down, Kendall, I can. Okay, so when he says Israel shall be saved, again, we're going to be delivered. He didn't say everybody shall be delivered, because not everybody was sold to the nations. We have to be delivered from that. We have to be redeemed from our captivity. And then he says, with an everlasting salvation. And your world will never end. When he says world without end, he's talking about your kingdom, your world. You not say the world as we know it is coming to an end, because the world itself will still be standing. But the world as we know it will come to an end. How Babylon or America is running everything, and everybody's subject to them, and everybody gets put on sanctions if they don't go according to their will. Like, the world as we know it is ran by the USA. Like it just is what it is. It's ran by, you know, those people in power. That's the world we know. Their world's going to end. Our world wants. It can't, because we got angels going to be protecting our world. Our kingdom is going to stand forever. I'm going to read this real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, because again, it's talking about our world ain't going to end. Watch this. And I'm going to show what I'm talking about. World, it means the kingdom, means the way of life that's set up.
And I got a precept to follow after that.
All right, cool. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. You see? So Esau is the end of the world, meaning the end of their world is Esau. Esau is going to be ruling that world, and he says Jacob is going to follow that world. The children of Israel, our people, are going to be in charge of the next world. Now, if God's not partial, then how's he going to say that Esau has control of one world? So it's cool as long as Esau has control. It's cool. But soon as you see this guy, you see the black guy in control, all of a sudden it's like, nah, I ain't good with that world. That world's got to go. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You know what I'm saying? People they really don't want a black planet. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They want a black planet. What'd you have to go?
Daniel 2:44.
Daniel 2:44. All right, I'm gonna go to Daniel 2:44.
Talking about that everlasting kingdom.
Yep. Hey, yeah. It's a good one. So that's an outstanding script, actually. All right, Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. I'll read the last part again. It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. My bad, I was being extra. Go ahead.
I mean, so right here, you know, in these days right here, man, you know, I truly believe that these are the days. There's kings all over this place. You know, everybody's rising up against each other, but none of that means nothing. You know, we're not afraid. You know, we actually embracing these other nations rising up against each other to bring on this war. We want them to go to war, because when this place is destroyed, guess who? As soon as this place is destroyed, what's going to be set up is that forever kingdom that's coming, and that's the kingdom in which Christ, he promises to the people how he's going before us to prepare many mansions, you know, in his Father's kingdom. So this is that kingdom, you know, that's sitting across that field, where to the left is how's it go? To the right is fire, to the left is water.
Yeah, well, either one.
You know, and so you must go through that narrow path. You know, so the kingdom ain't just given to anybody. It's not left for everybody. He told you right here, and it shall not be left to other people, because guess what? Christ, he ain't playing for everybody. He's cheering for his people.
Bring it out.
He's cheering for his people. All throughout the Bible where it says, and he shall save his people. And guess what? Christ was a Hebrew, right? So guess who he's coming to save? A bunch of scattered, lost Hebrew Israelites all over the world. You know, those who he's called out of that darkness to come back into his light. Those that actually answer when he knocks at that door, you know? So, yeah. And that's the kingdom that we're preparing for. We setting our mind on what's above and not what, you know, what's here. We waiting for this place to be dissolved, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm glad you said that we want this kingdom to end, right? And you made me think about something. I want to touch on this. Let's go to Revelation chapter 7 really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Revelation 7 and 1. All right. Now we all done been out on schoolyards. We done been in the classrooms. We all done been around, right? We done seen people getting into it, because you said that we want these nations to go to war, right? Mm-hmm. We want this stuff to happen. All right, now what's this? Hey, by the way, I see you, Sister Hashami Yesharala. Hey, good evening, sis. Happy new moon to you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. All right. Yes. Hey, by the way, Sister Nicole is cooking. Literally, she is cooking. She's hitting mad scripts. Hey, I ain't gonna be able to get all your scripts. Because I want to make this lesson real short and get it, because we're gonna try a quick new moon lesson, but we just gonna have to do this again. I mean, shoot, because we can go all night. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to condense it down a few more scripts, and then we out of here. But you cooking. Hey, and by the way, what's that? Yeah, saying God favors the Jews, but a non-Jew same as a Jew if they believe. No, it's not. Stop. That's wrong. No, it's not true. No, there's no not. Okay, non-Jew, a person that's not of Judea. You're correct. not of the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, or
Yeah.
Levi, but the other people he favors is other 9 tribes: Simeon, Manasseh, all of those other people. Only favor they got is if they get spared to be a slave. They get to be, he's gonna preserve them. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna kill you. We need workers. Why? Don't kill everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Most
You
definitely.
know what I'm saying? We're gonna be like Moses when Moses was giving intercession for us. Like, no, Lord, don't kill him, please. Please, you gotta, let your word stay true. We're gonna do the same thing with the heathen. Like, no, Lord. I need him. He's gonna be my houseboy. You know what I'm saying? Her. Hey, she save Paula Dean. She cooks so mean. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we save these people, man. Preserve them. So when people are like, yeah, the heathen be saved. Yes, they're going to be saved. Save them for later. We need them. I need somebody to work for me. You know what I'm saying? I need some field hands. I need. And look, man, my shirt ain't gonna make itself. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, yes, they will be saved in that manner. It ain't gonna be like saved, like we all gonna be together. Yeah, we are the world. Albert, together, all having a good time. Hey, man, hold on. Yes, thank you. Hey, Christina, about that. Gordon Ramsay. Hey, man, we need you. Yeah, bring out Hell's Kitchen. This will be hell for you, but for your kitchen. But yeah,
I like Guy Fury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Bring them all. Let's go. We need them. So yeah, man. So at the end of the day, yeah, we need y'all. I need some people to feed. Hey, my daughters need grapes. Hey, can you go in there and feed them some grapes? They like grapes. They like them a lot. Hey, wrong, not them grapes. Get the other grapes. So yeah, obviously he's gonna be saving them. So we gotta chill out with with the other food and stuff. So back to what he said. He said the nations they gonna go to war. Israel, we want them to go to war. But now I'm gonna show y'all how we get them to go to war. Let's get it. Go ahead. Revelation 71.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
So you got four angels. So you strong angels. They powerful, right? Go ahead.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Now the winds is representing the armies, the destruction is about to come. All right, that's the wind. The destruction is going to come through the armies. Verse 2.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
See, and they was about to get that. They was about to kick this thing off. They were ready to get the fight. Now we want this fight to get started. We like, hey, let's get it going. We want the fight to happen. But yeah, he said, hey, he got some that's out here, and he said it's holding back the 4 winds of the earth. So you know how you get, like I said, people in a schoolyard or school, you got people that's ready to fight, and you got people holding them back, like, no, chill, no.
Yeah.
No. You got people that's standing in the middle of it. All right, let's see why. Verse 3.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
So wait, don't start destroying yet. Don't kill by the way, these are symbolic. Trees represents us at times. It represents the certain nations can be trees. The sea represents the armies of other nations. The earth can also represent Israel. He's saying, don't destroy nothing yet. Wait till we seal up the servants. So what we want, we instigating. We like, no, don't hold them back. You know the dudes on the side like,
Yeah.
no, let them go. We instigating. We over like, oh, bet you won't steal them. That's what we doing right now. We telling Russia, hey, bet you won't push the button.
Yeah.
Putin won't push the button. Hey, what's the Korean dude? What's
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. Yeah, you ain't gonna push the button. You a punk. That's why you ain't nothing but a little. Look, he's punking you, dude. We instigating right now. We want them to start fighting. You know what I'm saying? But we instigating because he said we ain't gonna get it till we seal the servants. We sealing the laws in our head. So while we sealing the commandments, we're trying to start. We kicking off this war by doing that. So if you want this war to get started, you won't get delivered, start keeping the commandments. Seal the commandments in your forehead and in your hand. Let's get the action going. All right. Verse 4. Now, remember, God don't show partiality. He's waiting for the servants of God. The servants are us. But we're going to see that. Verse 4 is going to tell you. Read.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
No, it said all of the people all over the world.
Of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
All the tribes of the Japanese.
Of the children of Israel.
You see, these are exclusive. He says, wait for 144,000 of the Israelites. Partiality, respecter of, he's respecting us. So whenever people talking about God is not, he doesn't do that, he's not a respecter of persons and da da da, you know what he means when he says that? Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 25. Matter of fact, let's read that. I'm gonna read one more scripture that says, go to Acts 10:36. I think that's the one. And I'm gonna show, because people read this and they don't know God's not partial, he's not a respecter of persons. You don't even know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Is it 10?
Yeah, that was a precept.
Okay. We'll go to verse 35 first. Hold on, wait. 34, my bad. That's what I want.
Okay. This is Acts chapter 10 and verse 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that God is no respecter of persons.
And you see, people say, see, Peter said he's not a respecter of person. He loves everybody equally. Yay. Okay, well, let's see if that's what he's talking about, because you better find out that you got the incorrect understanding. Go to 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 17. 1 Peter 1:17.
First Peter 1:17. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 17. And if ye call on the Father, who without respect of persons.
Without respect of persons. He's not a respecter of persons. Read.
Judgeth according to every man's work.
He judges. He's not a respecter of persons in judgment, according to his decision making on if you're right or wrong. He's not going to decide, well, because of this person, I'm gonna no. He's not a respecter of persons in that manner. He's not talking about he doesn't respect a certain nation. No, he says he doesn't have partiality when it comes to deciding right and wrong. Now let's go back to that Romans 2, and we're going to see about him being a respecter of persons. Watch this, Romans chapter 2, verse 11. You see, he's going to show you. He's going to show you his respecter of persons. You know, here's what he means. Hey, by the way, I'm going to touch on it in a minute, because that's a good. Christina, that's a good question. I always wonder, why is it only 144K total being sealed, or is it 144 men specifically, not include women? We're gonna go into that. I'm gonna answer it. But for anybody, in case anybody jumps off now, it's men, but we'll get more into it. Hey, by the way, I see you, brother Darian. Hey, happy new moon to you. Shalom, shalom. Peace be with you.
Shalom, brothers. This is Romans chapter 2, verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with God.
You see, so now, see, God doesn't respect persons. See, he loves everybody equally. Well, let's see what he means. Read.
For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law.
So those that ain't in the truth, they might say, oh, I don't know the laws. I ain't in the truth. I don't have the commandments. It says, that's all right. You're going to still die horrible death anyway. Read.
And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law.
Those people that are in the commandments, that think that they safe in the truth, oh, you're gonna die too. You're gonna perish. You're gonna suffer after death by pain if you refuse. If you are sinning, not if you sin one time, but if you are sinning actively and you just ain't gonna change, yeah, you're gonna get that judgment. You're gonna get this work. Verse 13.
For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
See, so he's letting you know, he's telling you that he's not respecting you in judgment. The people that do the commandments are going to be justified or made righteous. He's going to determine your righteousness according to what you do. So it doesn't matter who you are. He don't care. And if you go back, he's letting you know, because the Jew first, then the Gentile. What is he talking about? The Jew, the people of Judea that never got cast off in a sense. They were still there. They was trying to let him know, hey, he's going to judge y'all just like he's going to judge the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom, they're going to get judged for sin. The southern kingdom, y'all going to be judged for sin. That's why he says those perish without law. Those that were without the outside the commandments, they perish. Those inside. So he said he don't really care. So you better learn the truth. You don't get that whole I can be ignorant and I'll be fine. No, you better learn, study to show yourself approved. So bottom line, does he show partiality? Absolutely. We're gonna get one more. Wait, it was something I thought about. I forgot about it. Yeah, we get one more. Go to Deuteronomy 7:6 or 14:2, whichever one you're more comfortable with. I'm gonna let you bring that one out. And it says it talks about so unless you get one of them, and we'll go to that again. God's not a respecter of persons. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, you get that one. I'm gonna get one more after it is another one to get to string with it. Where did you hear there will be workers in heaven? Oh, where did I hear there be workers in heaven? Man,
When Christ said, if
I'm
you know,
getting that
like,
scripture too. I got
what-
you.
whatever nation won't serve my people,
Uh-huh.
then they can
Yeah, hey,
get their
Zeph
ass
the
in the
cook. Hey, let me know if you're still here. If you're still here, I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna answer the question. I got you. I got you. Deuteronomy is 7:6. They both pretty much say the same thing.
Okay.
But whichever one you like better.
This is the book of.
I'm gonna read it. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
gonna,
okay.
you gonna break this out.
Okay.
All right. So now, does God show favoritism? Yeah. Hey, good. Yep. Kenny. Yep. That's it. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we all know that holy means separate, and the Lord, He tells us that He severed Israel from all other people unto Himself. You know, we are the Lord's portion. You know, there's a tribe within the 12 tribes that's a separate portion of the Lord's, but us as a whole, we are His portion. You know, and His eyes is only on this nation of people. You know, He turns His head from us when we covered in sin completely, but for those that's actually coming back to Him, you know, sending up that beacon, like, yeah, here's a commandment keeper. His eyes is on you, you know, and He's actually let me say, His grace is upon us. Yeah, His grace is upon us because He keeps us, you know. Look at all the things that this nation has done to try and kill us over the years, you know, abortions, all these things. And just for us to be here today, we got to be thankful for that. So he definitely chose one nation of people that He tells you, like, this is my people, this is my treasure, this is the apple of my eye. So therefore, when He comes back in vengeance, everybody that had a part in doing something to the apple of His eye, you know, His chosen people, oh yeah, you know, y'all think that y'all getting away with that, but we got to be subject to our payments for what our forefathers have, you know, how we embarrassed the Lord. So therefore, as soon as this payment is over and He comes back, guess what? I mean, y'all ass is grass, plain as plain as day. And for all the Israelites that don't want to get on board with this, y'all want to keep being stiff-necked. You know, we got brothers on every highway and corners, in every city down there, and y'all just want to keep on rejecting this word. Man, it's gonna be worse for y'all than it is for these heathens. I'm telling you now.
Far worse.
It's gonna be way worse for y'all, man. You know, and all we trying to do, we sounding the trumpets right now. This is one form of us sounding the trumpet. And trying and begging and pleading with y'all to please come back to this, because we want to get out of here. We're not trying to get our portion within this, you know, this wicked nation. We want to get out of this place. You know, we trying to get to that everlasting kingdom to where, for once, I'm gonna look, and guess who's on top? A man that look like us. You know, like somebody who's like us. You know, this is what we preparing ourselves for. And we are above everybody on the face of this earth, man. Like, take us out of anything that's predominantly black, basketball, whatever, man. You know, and I don't even want to be carnal thinking about sports, but you know, that's just an example.
No, that's real.
You know,
shoot, man.
like,
it is what it is.
That's just an example, man. Like, cause I can't believe that this, you know, the people that got us in captivity to this day could actually do that, you know, by their own will. Nah, the Lord put no strength in our hands, and they was able to come, and He sent those people on us. And there's nothing that we could do about that. But, you know, be subject to these payments, and remember our iniquities, and actually be sorrowful that we actually did these things to the Lord and made Him jealous to actually do these things to us. We can't be mad at nobody but ourselves at the end of the day, man. And we truly need to humble ourselves down and actually see that it's us. Just, you know, at the very beginning of the class, Brother Rick said, you know, cause I'm not mad at these heathens. I'm not mad at nobody. I mean, I'm only mad at my people, at the things that we continue to do, you know, going after our own hearts, you know. So
hey, I love how you said it. That's really the conclusion of the matter right there. Is everything boils down to going after our own heart, serving yourself. Who are you? And that's one of the, and it might be sacrifice. I've been thinking about doing it. Like, who are you in subjection to? Who is your God? Because everybody has a God. Even the atheists have a God. Let me say that again. Even the atheists have a God. So let's understand everybody has one. But you got to know who do you serve? What God do you follow? But Your God, and the title's probably gonna be your God is whoever rules you obey. But again, we'll save that. Hey, by the way, I'm waiting. I guess my man that left, Zeph the cook. Zeph the cook gone. All right, say Zeph the cook. I was going. If you was here, I was going to answer your question, but it's all right. We're gonna very close it out. Let's go to Exodus 19, and we'll get out of here. And yes, one of the scriptures. Hey, Kenny, yep, Isaiah 14:1 is one I was gonna go to. Where it's gonna be workers in heaven. That's gonna be a beautiful one. Isaiah 14:1 and 2, and then of course, when all the nation won't serve. Like you got servers at jobs. They coming to bring you stuff. Whoever won't do that job, yeah, holler at you. Deuces off with your head or arms or whatever he wants to get rid of. I'm telling you, this ain't no game. We gotta really come back. So matter of fact, we're gonna start at, I say Exodus 19:6, we're gonna start at 5. But so does God show partiality? And then us also talking about what we gotta do to get out of it. Hey, and Brother Quilter said it. Hey, we can do all this other stuff and talk all this the nations, the heathen did this, because that's how you know. And that's another class put out that these low level Israelites, and I say low level because their understanding is only as far as Esau the devil. That's all they know is everybody else is bad. And you know what, these people are in the same mind space as they was their first 4 months in the truth. They still talking about the heathen, the devil, and they did all this to us, and they did this to us. No, we did this to us. Man. That's why I don't want to look at our people getting shot down in the streets and hurt, because it makes me start feeling hatred for you niggas. And I said, I hate to say the N-word. It does. It makes me start hating y'all, because it's like, y'all see what's going on. Here's how we do it. Solution. And then y'all don't even want to do it, especially y'all in the faith. I ain't talking about just the people in the world. People in the world, they lost, confused. They stupid, basically. I mean, I hate to say stupid, but let me not say they're foolish. They're ignorant. They don't know. What he said, they have the mark. If they get that mark of beast, then they're gonna come get you. They don't. If you got the mark of God, you safe though. But I ain't going to that today. Point is, I get mad at my own people that's supposed to know better. My own Israelites that got this. We got the greatest knowledge in the history of the world. There is no wisdom greater than, I'm telling you, it is not. And we choose not to walk with it. Us that's supposed to be in the faith, these low-level Israelites, all they do talk about it. Everybody else is wicked. Everybody else is wicked. The church is wicked, and the heathen are wicked. Trying not to say the Gentiles are wicked. The church is wicked. What about us? Who's looking at us? We need to get ourselves right, because we the ones holding us up. We should. I look at myself, even other brothers and sisters that's in the faith. I'm like, what can I do better to get them inspired to fight harder? What can I do better now to also get you know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking, okay, if people aren't doing certain things, what I gotta figure out, I gotta get myself in a space where we moving. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I gotta have, let your light shine so they can see your good works. So if they see your good works, then I'm like, okay, hold on, wait, this is good. This is the way. All right, I think it's a good way. So always, let's get ourselves right, man. Let's make moves. So God is partial. Here is one reason, and let's look at him being partial one more again. And he's gonna tell you also what needs to happen, because a lot of people also want to use that whole, he's not partial and he loves us even if we wicked, right? Watch this. Read that. Exodus 19:5.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 5. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice, indeed.
He says, if, conditional word. If is conditional, it's maybe. I thought God always supposed to love you anyway. No, God has ifs in there. If you obey my voice. You can start over from the top. Yeah, go ahead, get it again.
Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice, indeed, and keep my covenant.
Obeying his voice is listening to the laws and doing them. Don't say I listen to God. People always say, God told me such and such. God ain't told you a damn thing. Because if God told you anything, you'd have fringes on your clothes. God told you anything, you would not be sitting there breaking off crab legs and dipping them in butter. If God told you anything, you would not be out at a college football game on a Sabbath eating a hot dog, you know what I'm saying, a pretzel. You wouldn't be doing that if God spoke to you. God ain't told you that. If you obey my voice, his voice is telling you to keep the laws. Read.
And keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
See that? He says, if you listen to me, you will be a peculiar treasure. You'll be special. You'll be set apart. You'll be great. Okay, read.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of
You
Israel.
see, these are the words. We'll be kings and priests if we listen to him. So he's partial to us. By the way, he said Israel if you obey my voice.
Mhm.
He didn't say other people. He said you will be a nation of kings and priests. And you know what I'm saying? Because verse 4, you can see how he said, you see what I did to the Egyptians. He did to the Egyptians for us. So let's
I forgot to bring it out.
yeah. We gonna and so we have to do another one of these.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to just get a part just God show favoritism. We can do this. We can I mean I have to edit this video part 2. But yeah, hey, so let's get it going, man. Israel, yeah, God shows favoritism. And we'll touch on it. Does he show favoritism? Absolutely. Is it equal as far as he treats everybody? Nope. Even amongst Israel, he has, and you had a point, and I was going to touch on it, but like I said, so it's so many directions we take this class. Because he still had amongst Israel, he had chosen priests. Mm-hmm. Then he had high priests. Mm-hmm. So you got to be a certain, and then within those people, like you still had you couldn't have a crooked neck, a broke, you couldn't have all this funny elbow. You couldn't have spot it was like when I read through that stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing. I was like, damn.
You had to be a perfect man.
Yeah, you had to be like you had to be a specimen. If you wasn't that, he's like, you can't be a priest.
Yeah.
So the priest had all those females after them. That was the ones. So that was probably
no lazy eye, no.
Yeah. For real, you had to have all that. Couldn't have a funny broken sideways nose, none of that. So yes, absolutely. Tribe of Judah. Hey, shalom to you, brother. Peace be with you. Good evening. Happy new moon, by the way. And yes, only a remnant will be saved. So yeah, we ready to get up out of here. All right. Oh, Sarah, Tanya said shalom. So hey, yeah. Yeah, she said shalom. She in her back. Yeah, she and her getting the food ready. We're ready, about to eat in a minute, matter of fact. So I'm gonna bid y'all good night because I'm hungry. Nah, but real talk though, yeah, we'll do the lesson later though. And like I said, hopefully y'all enjoyed hopefully y'all was edified. And yeah, man, I'm looking to do a questions lesson Friday, but I'm gonna probably post it soon. And that way, just don't want everybody come in. You got questions. I want questions, comments. Yeah, so not even just questions, even comments or thoughts that you got. You know what I'm saying? Let's definitely touch on that stuff. Oh, by the way, I did forget something. Christina asked a question I don't want to forget. Oh, men specifically when he says 144,000. We can do it real quick. Hold on. You ain't gonna get yours out. I just hand it to you. Revelation 14:1. All right. So he said, she said, is 144 being sealed? Is it men specifically, not including women? So we'll read that. Revelation chapter 14, verse 1.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
His father's name in their foreheads. It was not nothing. It didn't have Yahweh or what's the other one they be saying? Yahweh. It wasn't or God or it wasn't no TMH on his head. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say TNT. It didn't say none of that stuff. It's Father's name written in your forehead is meaning the law sealed in your mind. You believe in everything he says, and you're going to do whatever he says. All right. So the 144,000 are these people that had the laws in their minds, right? Now read verse 4.
And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. I'm sorry.
Now you good.
These are they which were not defiled with women.
These are they that what?
That which were not defiled with women.
These 144,000 were not defiled with women. These are men. So these men are the ones that are leading the charge. And these are the men that I'm going to tell you now, straight up. Verse 4 is saying no simps are going to have the seal of God in their forehead. He's not you. If you a simp, if you get ran by women, if you can be easily
trim your ways for women.
Yes, yeah. Man. If you are whipped, you better be like my man Pops. I ain't gonna say the rest though. You better be Pop. You don't be whipped. Do not be that dude that's getting controlled by a woman. I'm telling you. You need to be the dude that like your woman is following you. She's rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You can't be that. Don't be that dude. Because he said these are days not defiled by women. So if you If you want them, you a band.
The woman is God.
Yes. Oh man, I do. Them dudes are so lame. They only do it just to get some, but yeah. But y'all know y'all lame. If you that dude, stop being lame. Stop. Don't be weak. So these are days not defiled by women though. So at the end of the day, the woman is supposed to be, I'm gonna say defiled by you, but she's supposed to get molded by you. You should not be molded by her. If she's molding you, like you got you trimming your ways, or what it say, your manners are corrupted by her. Come on, man. Like be strong. Understand that you are supposed to be. You're in the place of God for her. She's supposed to be serving you. She's supposed to be following you. If you serving her, following her, it does not mean you cannot be kind to your wife or the women around you and protect them. We're here to protect them and care for them and be their covering and all of that stuff. But don't be her like lapdog where she like you her. She can push a button on the remote and just all right, nigga, jump. All right, oh, right here, this button says jump 10 feet. This one says jump 2 feet. Nah, don't be that dude. Please don't. Because men of the Lord are kind of look at you and just like you're shaking of the head. You know what I'm saying? So, Israel, you got? Oh my bad. You got anything, Quill? I ain't got nothing else on. You got anything to?
As always, man, we appreciate y'all being here. Y'all continue to help us throughout the week to actually want to bring this stuff out to y'all. Hopefully, y'all was edified. And like he says, like this is actually a learning experience for me as well. As y'all see, I'm trying to get comfortable behind the camera and everything. But continue to interact with us, and we as we grow, hopefully we continue to help y'all grow as well. And we trying to make it to the kingdom, man. So hopefully, these the people that we building a good rapport with right now, hopefully these are the people that we see in the kingdom,
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, real talk. That's my desire, man. Heart's desire is that Israel be saved. So let's build, let's grow, let's rock, and let's make major moves. Y'all that's with us. We got work to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's make moves. And let's continue to serve the Lord with all your heart, all your soul, and all your might. The question, when am I going live again? I'll be going back live again tomorrow. I probably around 5-6ish. So I'm trying to go live in the morning, 8 in the morning, but it just be really, really hard. Because I'm just getting off work and I just be like, I'm going to sleep. But I do want to do some. I want to try to do a morning one and an evening one sometimes. But around 5 or 6 tomorrow evening. Who is this? Shopping, whatever. Hey, click on my page too. By the way, if you want to see, I got other lessons on the YouTube, so you can click on that and it's a link directly to it. So yeah, you click on that, you'll see all the ones, and you can turn on a notification bell to let you know when I go live. But more likely, I'm going 5-6.
Don't forget to examine yourselves, Israel. That's something that I've actually been working on myself. I'm not afraid to tell you, I've been working on my attitude. Like when I play basketball, I can be a terrible teammate, could become doing a lot of yelling, like a good player coach out there, So that's something that I've actually been working on, like why am I getting so angry and things like that. So I've actually been going over scriptures, putting scriptures together against myself, letting my infirmities be known. I'm thankful that I have an elder like Rick, somebody that I can come to, and he actually has good advice for me. I'm able to come to him, and we're able to talk things out. So examine yourself, and don't make yourself fall short by being prideful.
Hey, real talk. Hey, not being prideful is the number one. That's one of the number one things, because pride is when it's hard to depart from the Lord. So I like that. Yeah, real talk. We do got to do that, and I completely second that. Yeah, and I've been at that. Yeah, when I'm at people used to hoop with me. No, I used to kind of I was just yeah, never mind. Yeah, and it might be attributed to this. Look what Kenny just put: 90s era basketball trash talking.
I'm all about it.
Hey, so it might be. Hey, it might be some of that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, real talk. So let's examine. Hey, examine yourself. Always look at yourself and be like, what can I do better, or what's going on with us? You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Israel, y'all have a good one. Man, Ken, you supposed to been there, came up here like a long time ago. You can't have been there, went hoop with us by now, but you know what I'm saying? I did go hoop. I hooped with him when I was down in South Carolina, to Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had a nice little gym, man. They had nice. It was big. A bunch of games going on. It was some ballers there. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? So I was surprised, but yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, let's enjoy the new moon. And hey, yep, Sister Tanya, hey, shalom, peace be with you, and Brother Darian, hey, shalom, shalom. Looking forward to y'all coming up, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be on y'all. Y'all be up here soon, hopefully before Passover. And obviously, I'm trying to get down there before Passover too. So let's get it. First, let me see what brother said. Yeah, hey, all right, all praises. All right, cool. All right, I'll be looking for y'all. All right, cool. So, hey, Israel, shalom. Enjoy the night. Happy
Shalom,
new moon. And